Alrighty, video part 2 for the night. Had a couple requests for people who want to know how the weather is going to be for this weekend at Point Pelee. I'm going to take a look at that, and then there's definitely an element to predicting good birding days. It's sort of a question of what you're after. I like to say that this time of year especially, as long as there's sun, there will be birds migrating. Some of these stronger wind days, Sunday in particular, it's hard to know for sure how many birds will go with a 30-kilometer-an-hour headwind. It's also been pretty hard the last couple of days to know what's going to go on because of how much the models have been flip-flopping. So it's fairly obvious that we've been stuck in sort of this blocking pattern with lots of north cold winds in our area. The models are disagreeing as to when it's going to end. So this is the European model for Sunday at 7 a.m. It's showing a very stiff northwest wind. Not ideal for migration. Presumably the Canadian model is seeing the same thing. Because if you switch to the latest run of the global forecast system, you get a completely different picture. Yes, this is sort of north wind and a bit cooler, but it's probably quite likely to be more favorable in this scenario, so long as rain doesn't get in the way, which it isn't here. So that's pretty hard to tell the difference, or hard to know which is actually going to be the one that comes true, or if it'll be sort of a blend of both. One thing I find interesting right now is that the European model definitely holds on to the cold a couple days longer than the global forecast system does. So this is 7 a.m. Monday morning, it's still quite cold, but then it builds into something quite beautiful and what would be unbelievable migration weather. And when I say unbelievable, it's definitely unbelievable for the birds, because without sort of rain in the way to drop these things, we'll go from slightly behind schedule where we are right now to well ahead of schedule. And in a single night, you could have 5 to 10 million birds pass over Point Pelee, and the next morning you get up and everything you had been seeing is gone, and every bird you're seeing is female warblers and late season cuckoos and things. But yeah, so the European takes a little bit longer to really get rolling with this great weather, but then it seems to keep it around. So each one of these clicks is a day. So it shows Wednesday pretty spectacular, Thursday's pretty spectacular, Friday's pretty spectacular, Saturday. That goes right out to 240 hours. The GFS, on the other hand, which is the one we're talking about, I've got the rain turned on here. I'm a week too far ahead. Scroll back. Likes to sort of get things going a bit earlier. So this is sort of north winds and rain late Friday. Saturday morning there'll be birds migrating because it's clear, but you're going to have cooler north winds. So not a huge volume, but potential for a great day. Sort of like I showed in the last video. By Sunday morning, a little bit of rain in the way, but quite likely to be good migration weather and quite likely to be a very nice day. Throughout the day into Monday, remember the European had a lot of strong cold north winds here, whereas we're starting to see that southwesterly flow starting as early as Monday in the GFS, but it doesn't quite burst as far north to get quite as rambunctious as the Euro does. Both days show Wednesdays being quite exceptional, but the GFS really pulls in the rain and keeps this low quite a bit further south. So it's hard to know exactly what's going to happen, but it's certainly very, very exciting to see that the freezing cold north winds are going to come to an end. Depending on what it is you want to see, north winds, east winds, south winds, huge migrational surges or just small spurts that result in lots of colorful birds in the morning are all on the table going forwards. Weekend looks like it'll be quite nice. Would be my summary, and each day going forwards will hopefully get better and better for the birds and the birders. So yeah, more to come. I hope you get out there and enjoy the birds.